Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab, and I'm in the book. We about to go deep. We're gonna get into the idea of the battle of Heru and Set. I call it the moral battle between you, your lower self, and your lower self, your higher self. And when you put it in perspective, the evil is inside you. This is Set. This is Heru. This is you. Let's go. It's a story that's been around for a long time. You might hear some familiar parts of it, so pay attention. That's what it's all about. Let's rock. I'm here to teach you concept. Let's roll. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my eye be true. I've been going through the book. We at the paddle. We go P from philosophy tells you about the battle of Heru and Set. The battle between Heru and Set took many turns, and this is your life. Listen and put yourself in this perspective. Sometimes one seems to get the upper hand. That's when you're doing good. And sometimes the other, yet neither one of them are doing bad. So it's going up and down the seesaw. One minute is good, next minute is bad. But if you see here, they both are tying down something. This is considered their lungs in Upper and Lower Egypt, but I got to work together. The Sema means to unite, come together, Upper and Lower. Heru got the lotus flowers that grows in Upper Egypt. So Set has the papyrus that grows in Lower Egypt. So they got their own ideas. Again, from neck down, they're the same. Only thing different here, and they're from upper and lower. But it's two opposites coming together. Again, that's Maya, and they work in harmony. Why? They're inside you. Let's talk about it. This is the concept. That fight that's going on Set and Heru, that's you becoming your best self. You got to defeat what? Your ego self. Let's go. And it says here, sometimes one seems to be getting clear, but yet neither one gaining a clear advantage. Okay. But in order to decisively win the battle. But at one point, I Set, Heru's mom and Set's sister tried to help Heru by catching Set and had him dead to right. But due to the pity and empathy and compassion that she had towards him, which is her brother, she let him free. And her son, Heru, was so pissed off in a passionate rage, he cut his mother's head off. Even Heru, they showed you, is acceptable to what? Passion that's ill-advised when it's done out of reaction. The first thing he did out of anger, what? Released the anger on his own mother, cut her head off. And that always, that knee-jerk reaction out of emotional, always lead to performing deeds that one will later regret. We've all done it. We've all done it. But if you learn how to curve it, and I've done that, you don't have that problem. But this is part of life, so it's a life lesson. And he went off to himself, frustrated state. That don't put your mother head back. Feel me? So again, he haven't dealt the consequences of his actions, but he will. Watch this. So Set found Heru, and he found him, and he gouged his eyes out. This is all metaphorical and esoteric teaching. There's a lesson here. Pay attention. He gouged out Heru's eyes. So during this time, now Heru, which is the spirit that's in me and you, he was overpowered by what? His evil uncle Set, his ego. Ego took over. He lashed out in emotion because his mother had off. So he ain't really had what? Self-mastery yet. That's what they're trying to show you. He's still battling. He's going back, him and Set. He want to do good things he could do, but no. He just as evil as his uncle. So he became blinded to what? The truth. That's what it does. As signified by what? By the loss of his eyes, sight. Okay? So thus, he now was unable to actually do battle and act with Maya. With Set. So he was losing. Set got the best of him. So now his power of sight, your eyesight, was later restored and replaced, helped by his girl Heru. She's the goddess of passionate love, desire, and she have also fierce power. So along with her and Tahuti helped nurse him back, helped tip for my old man. I knew I'd be the baddest hustler on the streets. Excuse me. Flashback. But yeah, with this power that she gave and helped him out in Tahuti, now she also represents the left eye rock. Remember, he sent her out to do work. So she a bad girl. And she don't just kill, she can heal. So she is the fire spitting destructive power of light, which dispels what? The darkness, blindness, or what we know to be ignorance, and that's the ego. So she gave him what he needed, recharged his battery, and I'll just show you the picture with Set and Heru tying down. It's going to explain it right here. It says to the left, you see Heru and Set join forces to tie up the symbol of union, Sema. That's the trachea and the two lungs. But this symbol refers to what we call the union of upper and lower Egypt. That's your lower self coming with your higher self and under one rule. Okay? But also at a more subtle level, it also refers to the union of one's higher and lower self, which is represented by Heru and Set. And as well as the one's control of your breath, breathing. Whenever you meditate, and breathing is important to get the right cadence going, to push the blood flow through the body like it's supposed to. So there's techniques that you use for that. I watched the hour-long show on just how to breathe. So just going, no, moving on. Okay, but through the union, which means self-control, self-mastery of your lungs and your breathing organs, that's showing what? Again, self-mastery in even your breath. And when the conflict resumes, the two combatants, that fight is going on inside you. It's the moral, ethical fight that's going on inside you. When they got back at it, and before the court, they went to court for the other guys to make a decision. They called the Enod. The Enod is the 9 gods, 8 common, and 1 9 is Ra. He's the head man. So the company of, they call 8 gods who ruled over creation, headed by Ra. I got this. Trust me. So now, Set, after going to court, promised that, okay, all right, in the fight, I give uncle. Okay, so after the fight, he invited Heru over to his house. Celebrate, everything gonna be cool. But as soon as Heru found out that his uncle was had evil intentions when he tried to have intercourse with him. I'm saying, you trying to, man, what the hell? Okay, so story goes, he went home, told his mother about it. Okay, but that's not right now. I won't get into that. It's a long story. But the story goes, Set incriminated himself. All right, of course, he thought he got over. But the uncontrolled, and the purpose of this lesson, to show you that the uncontrolled Set, ego, also symbolizes the unrestricted sexual activities. He don't care. He gonna put that thing in man or woman. He don't care. And we know people who feel that way now. So it ain't just started. It's been around a long time. Okay? So therefore, all sexual desires and activities should be pursued in accordance with what we moral and intellectual principles. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. These young people today ain't thought morals, ain't thought principles. They ain't just gonna do what they want to do. They want to have fun. Now they got them pills so the old man can get in the game again. So moving on. But which dictates and rules what? Of prosperity, propriety that leads one to what? Health and personal, societal, and spiritual order represented by Mayat. And she's juxtaposed against these aspects of Set, which is uncontrolled sexual potency and desires of the flesh. Mayat philosophy preaches against that. In Heru, in the form of the ithyphallic, erect penis, we call them men. They seen him with the big penis sticking out. I got some pictures in here too. But when they came and saw that, they freaked out. They thought that he walked around putting it in everywhere like Seth did. No, he did where he at, where men at. Okay. This is men right here. These are all the forms that Heru takes in. This is men right here. When they saw this guy, they freaked out. But what he represents is semen retention. He has control over it. He supplemented his sexual desires. Yeah, it's hard. It's ready to do work, but he don't waste it. He don't just use it. He used the energy from the sexual that he don't waste and recharges his blank. Remember, the semen, the cerebral spinal fluid, add years to your life if you what? Save it, stack it up. If you just waste it, okay, move it on. But that's the concept. But he represents men. The stiff phallic in his hand, and who represents not only control of his sexual desires, he got his lower nature under control. That's what he represents. But it's the idea of the sublimation of those desires, and men symbolizes your power, which comes from your sexual sublimation. You adding what? Years to your life every time you don't squander your sexual energy, your cerebrospinal fluid, we know it to be sperm, okay? Your Christos, the oil, you don't waste it, it adds years to your life. Another lesson. Let me wrap this up for you. So the battle ensued again between, Set and Heru. And at this time, after many fights, Heru took Set's phallus. There's a lot of phallus cutting off right here. Everybody losing their nuts. He done castrated Set. They took Osiris' penis. What the hell going on back in them days? They had a thing for penises, Jack. Yeah. Everybody lost their penis. So Set, and he was already impotent. So he could never produce anyway. But Heru said, no, I'll take these. Took his testicles. You take my eyes, I'll take your testicles. So, and again, it says here, Heru took Set's testicles. In chapter 17 of the Egyptian book of Coming Forth by Day, it is explained that the way to restore the eye of Heru is to take away Set's testicles. Now, this is how they explain it. That is to say, mastering your sexual life force, your lower nature. Get control of the ego. The ego is zoom, zoom, and boom, boom. You got to control that damn thing, okay? So enable you to now have the capacity to restore your eye of what? Intuitive vision. And that's called the eye of Heru. Right there. Right there. That's the concept. So now through the treachery and trickery and deceit, Set again tried to destroy Heru's reputation with the help of the Enad by tricking them into believing that he had homosexual activities with Heru, and he was the top, okay? So he said Heru was a punk. On the other hand, Heru caught the semen, told his mother about it, they switched to flip the script. Heru put semen on Set's lettuce. When he ate it, he had the essence of Heru in him. So he called for her semen, which they threw in the Nile Valley. It did not happen. But when Heru called for his semen, came out of Set. Crazy stuff there. But now let's talk about what happened. So when Set sent a letter, after Set had gave in to the fact that he was going to be okay, the Enoch had to make a choice. So through more trickery, Set to destroy him with help. Okay. So now Asar sent a letter that's pleading with the Enoch to do what? The right thing by his son. Heru, as the son of Asar, should be the right heir to the throne. So get Set the hell out there. But 2 other 9 of them, the Enoch, agreed, and then all but 2 agreed, but because they said that Heru was they said he was too young to rule. So Asar sent another letter. This time the scroll and papyrus, it was a message. Let me tell you something. He began the letter sarcastically. How good are the deeds of the Enoch? So that means even the gods had to stand for Mayat's test. Justice has sunk into the netherworld. Now listen to me. The land of the dead is full of demons who fear no god or goddesses. So if I send them out into the world, to the living, they will bring back their hearts and of all evildoers to the place of punishment. So they go and just punish everybody who's doing wrong. Who among you is more powerful than I? Not a one. So again, even the gods, they knew they must have to what? Come at last to the beautiful west. Everybody goes to the west. That's where the gods reside. And he said, I'll be right here waiting. And anybody who don't do what I need to do, you know what I'm gonna do? I told you, right there. If you do me wrong, you wrong me, whatever purpose you know it, and I get a chance to do you, oh, you know. That's what he's telling you. Y'all know if you do me, what's gonna happen. That's not a threat, that's a promise. That's the philosophy that I stand on. It ain't revenge. No. If you did it to me, and I get a chance to do it to you, I'm going to do it to you. Simple. Moving on. Good. Don't make a difference to me. Good or bad or indifferent. Don't make a difference to me. Whatever you do to somebody else should be done to you. If it's good, you ain't got a problem. So if it's bad, that's on you. Why? You did it to me, so I'm gonna do it to you. So they, he's just hell bent on revenge. Nope. Rod told you the same thing. Okay, dealing with my son. Y'all mess around. Why? I'm the final resting place. You got to come through me. Okay, and that includes all gods. And then that one of y'all tougher than me. So he's telling you, do right. So, and this signifies that what? Even the gods cannot escape judgment of what? Their actions, their deeds. Hello, that's for everybody, lottie-dottie. So since all that exists is only a manifestation of the absolute reality, excuse me, which goes beyond time and space. So that which is in the realm of time and space, right here, the physical world, which is humans, spirits, gods, angels, netters, they're all bound by the same spiritual laws, okay, of God. So this signified what? So the following receipt of Asar scroll letter, Heru, after they get the letter and they adhere to it, so Heru was what? Was crowned king of Egypt. That means you reach self-mastery. This is the philosophy, and they put into a form so that you can understand and study it. So to get to understand it, you gain the crown is you open up the seventh chakra and you got the halo over your head. Every time you see Jesus, he already got the halo. Now the sun has become enlightened, which is you to yourself. So Set had to accept the decision, and he made peace with Heru. You know what Set's punishment was? Do you know? He's got to fight Apophis every night in the doo-wop. He protects Ra. He's Ra's bodyguard. So he's not a bad guy. He just do what he do. And they're going to use what he do to keep him at peace for eternity. So his job is to fight off Apophis every night. I told you, every punishment that you get from Ra is for eternity. Understand that you might not want to be on his bad side. So again, that's the idea of what? Self-mastery. So Set accepted it, and Heru, it made peace. But Heru ended up becoming the king, or self-mastery of himself. And they show you this picture. This right here. And in the Bible, they got a phrase, devil get behind me. Set ain't the devil, but they give him that title, in which, okay, but this was the concept. It's all mythological. It ain't real. So they got a body with two heads. One is Heru, that's the higher you. One is Set, that's the lower you. Which one you gonna lower? We got two heads. That thing got a head too. But it don't have no conscience. It got no brain. It don't do nothing but do what it do. And now, nature said after 50 years of doing that, you might have some issues with that. But ED, erectile dysfunction. Now, they got their problem. Why? Some of them pills. They got all kinds of blue pill, red pill. They got gummies. They got anything to get you erect. So what you can zoom, and boom, boom. But what they don't tell you is the consequences. The the consequences, the side effects that comes with those things that y'all doing that you have pleasure, so much fun with. Where there's joy, there's going to be pain. Just saying, I wouldn't be voice of reason. Yeah, I'm always been that dude. Yeah, I look at the other side. Oh, it ain't always good. It ain't all. No, my eye said you got to look at both sides. And I'm looking at that. I don't want nothing to do with that. So let me wrap it up right quick. And here I showed you the baby Heru against the full grown. This is you ignorant of who you are. This is you when you become conquered your ego self, your uncle Seth. Okay? Let me read this for you right quick and we're going to be out. Oh, yeah, I see. All right, so here it says, to the left, Heru is the divine soul child. We're all born divine. We are divine spirit beings having human experience. And Heru is you realizing that you become king of who? You. King of Egypt. You running you. Egypt is you. Your higher self should be crowned, and that's what the hairdresser is for. I run upper and lower. I run this too. Oh, I got this under control. Once, young man, y'all get this thing under control, everything else is easy peasy, as they say. But that thing will get you in trouble. It don't think. Remember, this is the one that's thinking. Heru. Heru is the god of light. You represent light. And before Heru becomes victorious, his light is dim. It ain't really spark because he ain't figured it out yet. So like a bird learning his way around. Okay. But he is the symbol of what we call the dual nature of humankind. Why? Heru, in this aspect, he represents the two opposite forces that are what? Within each of us. That's the body, same body, there's two different perceptions and concepts. And you have the animal nature, the passionate behavior, as demonstrated by what? The cutting off of Aset's head from Heru, and the divine. So therefore, the real battle, listen, this is the part right here, right there, because the real battle is within each one of us. I call it the moral fight, the moral battle with what? Good and evil. You have a choice. A lot of us do evil because it's evil, or because it's easy and it brings instant rewards. That's the material world. But with that instant reward comes a long-term what? Consequence. With spiritual consequences, the right thing, we call them blessings. Some people call them miracles. Okay? So the picture of Set and Heru I just showed you is that they're showing you the enemy or your foe, the enemy of truth, aka Maya, just suppose is inside of us. Not outside, like God is inside there too. Okay? Set, the symbol of evil, is actually part of Heru. That's why they both in you. That must be conquered. There you go. He got to be put in check. That's how you become you. Why? He's going to run you if not. Like the bully. He's the bully. You got to take him on. He's Goliath. You got to slay him. Or whatever analogy you need to help you out with that. But get past your ego self. Why? It's going to hold you back from being your best self. That's why. It killed your spirit. It don't give a damn about you. So you put him in servitude position where he just do what you need him to do when you want him to do it. That's all. He ain't going nowhere. He'll be right there. Just put him behind you. Okay, you get that, set your shot. I use him to my benefit when I don't want to get up in the morning. When time set. Why? He don't give a damn. He gonna do. That's what he gonna do. He just gonna do. The little fella, once he get hard, he ready to go to battle. He ain't worried about where he going. He could kill that. Where's it going in? Just let me go. Let me go. Let me at it. That's your ego self. Okay, try to get the concept. But in this aspect, all these are just aspects and concepts. Set represents your beastly nature. He didn't give a damn about Heru being a man, his nephew. You gonna do him? That's beastly. I've never seen a. I meant to ask the question. I meant to ask. You ever seen a homosexual dog? Maybe somebody can help me out with that. I guess like y'all booty bandit might know, but I've never seen a dog go in somebody else's behind. Two dogs. If there's two dogs going, one of them is a female. It better be. I ain't never seen two dogs like that. So again, help me out if it is. I don't know. But your beastly nature is one of raw just. That's that. And all y'all taking pills just to keep that going. You supposed to get above that. You come on, man. Moving on. But those are the demons. Okay. Why? They all negative. Material ain't good. Anything that wants stuff ain't good. We as people must, each person have to conquer these aspects of our character. Passions, desire, restlessness of one's mind, temptation, lust, greed, depression, insecurity, fear, and pain. All those are low nature, low level consciousness concepts that you live in all constantly. You're never going to be happy. You'll never reach Hotep. That means supreme peace within yourself. You don't know how because your ego is stopping you. The only way, only this way can the what? The God of light inside us shine through. You got to eradicate all those negative parts. Heru is the symbol of what? One's resurrection and the new life. Why? The anointed one, the enlightened one. The word made flesh. Sound familiar? The Christ. Hello, the Christ. Christ, they spell it with a K. Christ right here. But this word made truth. The one who comes to fulfill the law. Whose law? God's law, not man's. He's also the destroyer of who? God's enemies. That means evil, of his father, Set, the evil one. The ones who walk upon the water of his father. The righteous. The enemies is ignorance, lies, deceptions, too much talking, covetousness, depravity, selflessness, etc. You see where we're going with this? Those are all Satanian and those are all egotistic concepts. Heru says, I am the hawk in the tabernacle. I pierced through the veil of ignorance, meaning I'm the one with the vision. I got the sight. The veil refers to the veil of Aset, which is wisdom. Excuse me. And represents the material body and the desires for what? Worldly objects. That's the ego, which lead to what? Mental agitation, and that's the number one reason that prevents you from realizing your Godhood. The ego will prevent you from reaching that. So Heru is the innermost essence of every human being. Understand that. In order to achieve Heruhood, Nihas, and that's the goal of every person that's on the spiritual path. Those ignorant people could care less, so okay. That's the road to destruction. It's the broad road. But that, by example, let's say, if you're on a spiritual path, that by example is what? Heru, in his likeness. Why? We may also be able to live and become the Word made flesh, and thus the Word of God is made flesh where? In the heart of all humans, right here. The principle, Heru is the principle and the example of the word of love and truth, aka a purified heart. So he speaks Makaru. Mak means pure of heart, pure of speech. He tells the truth. I speak Makaru to you daily. Why? I tell the truth. That's why. And wrapping up with this one. So Heru is your Savior, who was brought to birth. Why? As the light of heaven and sustenance on earth. Heru in the spirit is the very divine essence of who came to turn the water into wine. Heru who gave his life and sowed the seed for what? Man to make the bread of life. Indeed, watch this, stay with me. Here, Heru is the comforter who did descend in human fashion. Sound familiar? As the what? Heavenly friend. Heru, the word, the founder of youth. Heru, the fulfiller of the word made true. Heru is the spirit that's in me and you. Heru, the Lord and leader in the fight against dark powers of the evil one, aka night, ignorance. Heru, the sufferer, the sufferer with the cross bowed down, who rose at Easter with his double crown. This is a Christian concept stolen from the ancient Egyptian philosophical concept. But what's this? Y'all try to make it literal. It's all philosophical. And the Lord they call them the Lords of two worlds, united and made one. That means the spirit, The matter became spirit, ascended to his higher self. That's what they try to tell you. Everybody want to go to heaven. That's your higher self. Hope you got the lesson. It's all metaphorical, allegorical. But this is, again, before I leave you, all the forms of Heru. This is the original right here. The winged serpent, okay, starts here. This is the all-encompassing God. That's Heru. There you got the men. This is Asar. This is Tahuti. Heru is in spirit. That's in everything. All of these. There we go again. This is the original right here. This is Heru at his best. That's the spirit that's in you that can't be defeated by nothing. That's what makes us everlasting. That's what makes us immortal and eternal. It's the spirit that's in me and you. Hope you got the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it too. But in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100, me 100 minus that day. So I love that my right thinkers who now understand the battle of Set and Heru. That's the moral battle that takes place inside you and pass it on. But remember, be your best you. That's what you're here to do.